Hello, my name's Mariana, and today this is a reading for Cancer. So, Cancer, as always, I'm doing your reading with my own deck, so the cards that you'll see are from this deck. Cancer, let's talk about your mission of love in this lifetime and how you are doing it with such diligence, with such commitment to it, right? I feel like it's like you knew that this path or this lifetime here on earth would bring a lot of higher guidance, a lot of heart's guidance, a lot of, it's like this pure mission of love, right? That you're being guided to follow, but also, and I feel like that's the most important thing about your reading today, it's to leave a trail of love, right? For those that come after you, no matter who they are. And I want to say, there isn't necessarily somebody specific that you want to follow this trail, right? It's more like this energetic imprint. It's like you are leaving behind this trail of love. It's like you are changing the atmosphere of this route or of this path so that those who follow behind, and I want to say, no matter who follows it, right? It's not like you're doing this so that your family can follow, so that people you know and you love can follow, right? It's like your mission is to open this way and leave this imprint of love. So I could end this reading right now because that's the entire message, okay? It's very clear to me. But let's see the cards, Cancer. So we begin with you showing up very diligently, right? Very, it's like you are very sure of your mission with the Knight of Cups, right? And this is a mission guided by the power of your heart, by the purity of your heart, right? So you know that whatever is, it's like whatever is giving you this pulse or this impulse to move, right, is because it's coming from this true nature that is in your heart, that belongs to you, right? That inhabits this heart space. So, the reason why I'm saying that is because when I saw this night, I it's almost like I heard this, like, it's almost like very subtle instructions. Follow your heart, follow your heart, follow your heart. But in a very, it's almost like, it's that type of voice that I usually hear when I know that is my higher self speaking to me. And usually it's like it comes from my heart. It's very weird, but it's something that it's not necessarily in my ears, it's more like in my heart, and it's like this direct knowing that comes to my third eye. It's really bizarre, but it's just this sensation, right? Because we are talking about the Knight of Cups, Cancer. It's like you feel the world around you, right? This is like the impulse. Your feeling is the impulse. So because it's this mission guided by the heart, it's like you know exactly how to discern this true path that you need to follow. And this is one that it's like you know that you have help. It's like this Judgment card is talking about the universe coming in to hand something to you, right? And it feels like this instrument. So it's like you are receiving guidance, you are receiving instructions, right, to follow your heart. But there's also like there is some sort of equipment, or there is some sort of like it's coming through as a staff, right? This hammer here is coming through as like something that will help you to travel this path and to leave this mark. That is very specific here today, because you are leaving behind imprints. you are leaving this footprints is actually how it's coming through, but like it's the mark of love, right? You're leaving this imprint of love, this footprint of love, that is this trail of love, right? So if this judgment is coming through as this universal help, right, with an object or with what is the name of a token, that's the thing, with a certain token that symbolizes the tool that you have to leave this mark, right? Maybe we're just talking about your feet, right, and leaving these marks, or maybe we're just talking about your energetic imprint, right? But with this card, I want to say that there is something that you hold, right, and that is walking beside you. So this card actually, and especially when this one came through, when I saw like these footprints, right? And because to me the Six of Cups also talks about this, it's like this lane to the past, right? But actually it's not going to the past. It's almost like this, it's like what you are leaving behind, right? What you are leaving in the past, that is like it's almost like this mark that tells that you have been there, right? It's like this sort of memory tracking device, whatever that means. So with you showing up here as this knight, embodying this tool or using this tool, right? It could be like you're embodying it, right? But it's more like coming through as this pilgrim, right? It's reminding me of my dad's pilgrimage to the Camino de Santiago. I don't know if you've heard, in Spain there is this very traditional and old pathway, right, that pilgrims of, I don't know, everywhere in the world, it's like they go through this path, right, that crosses France and Spain, and there is also like alternative paths that come through Portugal. Sorry. Anyways, and that, you know, the final stop, the goal, right, is to reach the church in Santiago de Compostela. So anyways, that was just a little tangent there, but it was this image that I remember when I was a little kid, and my dad used to tell the stories of when he was doing this path, and that he had this staff, and this staff would dictate the rhythm of his footsteps, right? And it was like this, almost like this lulling, right? Almost this meditative kind of rhythmic repetition or pattern, right? That was talking about his movement or his pace. And this is what I'm seeing with this judgment, right? It's like this continuous and diligent movement forward, following your heart's guidance, Cancer, and with this help, right, from the universe that has given you this tool so that you could keep on following. It's almost like this tool is like the beating of your heart, right? It's like each pulse, right? If you really pay attention to it, which I feel like you are, it's like that is why you are also aware of what you are leaving behind, right? And it's not leaving behind as in letting go of the past. Maybe it is, but it's more so like, I know that I have to walk forward, but still I want to leave behind like a trail of love, right? For whomever wants to come next, or for whoever wants to follow this trail. And it's not that they're going to follow your exact mission, but it's more like be also it's like absorb this trail of love, right, that you're leaving behind as a gift, I want to say. Because with the Hermit next, this feels like it's almost like trail marks, right? You know, when there are marks through the path, that some of them are just like the scent of it, or like the atmosphere, right? But there are also those who are like posts, right? Or like they are, what is the name of that? It's like it's coming through as like a place to stop and gather energy, or to refill your water bottle or something like that. It's like this it's like this recharging spot, right? But it's like through this path that you are leaving, you know, your love imprint, Cancer, there were moments that you also needed to rest, that you also needed to stop and refill your water bottle, or, you know, just recharge energetically and get some sleep, right? So there were moments that, yes, you knew that you had like this clear path to keep on walking forward, but there were points, and I want to say like points in your timeline, where movement needed to stall for a bit, just so that sorry, just so that you could gather more information, or more, it's like, or like it's almost like checking this map, right? Checking this the GPS, right? This, I want to say, heart's GPS that you were following all along, just to see if you were going the right route, right? And this is like complete wisdom from you, right? And this is what you were also leaving behind, because the moment that you gather the things that you need, the moment that you, so the Four of Pentacles coming after this Hermit is interesting, because the base of this tent is a square, right? And here we have, well, we have each one of these pentacles. I was just checking, it completely went out of my mind. So each of these pentacles are squares, but they are, you know, together forming this other square, this bigger, larger square. But this is what I feel like is, it's almost like the pieces of invaluable information and wisdom that when you took some time off from this trail, or, you know, off from the continuous path, it's like you knew that there was something that you had to learn. You knew that there was something that you needed to process and to integrate to yourself, so that you could take with you, right? It's almost like leaving behind the structure, but also taking with you the things that you absorbed from this moment, right? Where you just let yourself rest for a bit, is more coming through as like more than an active search, right? Or more than an active pursuit of, you know, maybe course correction or course instruction, is more like coming through as rest, right? And it's interesting because I just recorded this video about listening to the body, but also talking to the body. This feels pretty much the space, the perfect spot that you can, you know, listen to your body, because here you are following the movement, guided by your heart's desire, guided by this guidance coming from this heart space. But it's pretty much like listening to your heart only, right? And here it feels more like, let's gather some essential things to take care of something that is concrete, right? It's like, to me, fours are very stable. It's almost like these are the like the symbols for the body, the symbols for something that is 3D, right? Is material. So let's take care. It's like it's included, right? Not only this pathway that is, you know, opened before you, that you know that you have to move to keep on moving forward, to leave this imprint, right? Because it's like the footsteps are only made if you walk, right? It's like you have to keep on walking forward, right? But there is also like this moment in time when you need to rest, when you need to stop the movement, so that you can gather what's important for the body, right? And so that's the thing. It's like you know how to listen your body. You know how to listen to what you need at the moment that you need it, right? And to seek shelter, to seek this reclusion, to seek this moment of internalization, right? When you need to gather these essential things, right? It's almost coming through as like you know, as I was saying, like if you leave you know, this energetic imprint, right, this trail of love, Cancer, I feel like you are also leaving marks, right, through maybe objects, through things that are, it's like they can be learned, right? It's like they can be absorbed, right, as knowledge or as breadcrumbs. This is how I'm seeing that the Four of Pentacles. It's like if you are going to leave these marks, right, not only energetically but also physically, it's like you need the bread to leave the breadcrumbs, right? So you need to gather, you know, at some point with yourself to have the physical essential things, right, to keep on going. And what you are gathering, I want to say, more than just the essential things, right, is also the High Priestess. It's like the wisdom that comes from this hermit. It's like what you are getting, but also what you are leaving, right? It's like you are using the benefit of having this place to, you know, sleep the night. And this is all a metaphor, right? But it's like what you are absorbing here, it's like you're not, this is not yours to take. And it's like what is yours to take is here, but this belongs to the path, right? This doesn't belong to you. It's like this is a shelter put there, right? Or made to stay there for others to use it too, right? So this is not something that belongs to you. It's like you are using the wisdom, you are using the benefits of staying there for the night to acquire what it's needed for you to proceed. But what you are really taking and what you are leaving is this knowledge, right? Is this higher understanding that this is not yours. This is like this necessary stop point, right? Or this shelter, right? Or this post in the middle of this trail that needs to be there, right? It's like this necessary point of gathering the knowledge, right? Or maybe processing the path walked until that point. And the interesting thing is that I feel like there are many, right? It's like that's the reason this is not yours. It's just like in the Camino de Santiago, because, you know, you don't stay, well, you have your sleeping bag and you can, you know, stop at these kind of hostels or shelters or I can't remember the name. Oh, I only know the name in Portuguese. Albergue. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's almost like just the essential things for a good night's sleep, right? And then you leave, but you leave richer than you came in because you acknowledge what this is, right? And you acknowledge exactly what you need and what you have received that do belong to you, right? So, okay. Ending here with the Eight of Cups. The leaving part, right? When you have to leave this shelter, taking just what is necessary, right? Nothing more, nothing less, just what's necessary. Yes, you are, it's like you are increasing your knowledge, increasing your, it's like you are elevating your spirit, right? You are increasing your wisdom by walking, by leaving the trail, but also knowing when to stop. I apologize for the noise. Okay, so this is the path forward, right? It's like you are continuing on your path. So leaving behind what you have known or what you have encountered along the way is not something sad, is not something, it's like transmuting the traditional Eight of Cups, right? That feels nostalgic, that feels like this melancholic feeling of, you know, I want to go, I need to go, I know that I have to go, but I don't really want to go. That's not the thing that I'm seeing here, because what you have acquired when, you know, when you accepted this mission, when you went for it, but also you respected the moments of, you know, walking and the moments of resting, right? Because you knew that whatever presented along this path was exactly the lesson to be learned, or was exactly the piece of knowledge that you were ready to receive, right? But also ready to leave. That's the thing. It's like you do have this feeling of knowing that leaving behind and continuing on your path, that's why this is not sad, right? It's like this is just the continuation for, it's like just how this path was made, or how this mission was supposed to be all along, right? Because you know that there is this trail of love that you are leaving with your footsteps, with this rhythm that you are dictating with this staff, right? That you're using to help, like to help keep motivating you, or like just to keep like this just to keep the rhythm going, right? Just to keep the pulses going. And so, yeah, usually I see the five of and five, right? With the Eight of Cups, I see two fives overlapped. And so this is talking about like whatever you could have become attached for however long you stayed in this hermit, or in this shelter, gathering the required essential things so that you could continue. It's like you are detaching. It's like you are leaving, right? It's almost like taking this heavy bag, or this backpack that you have, you know. It's like you're gathering food and whatever it is that you take, right, with you, but you're also leaving behind what could be heavy, meaning sadness, or just this feeling of wanting to stay there, right, or wanting to stay stuck in the past. That is going, because that is staying where you were, right? And you're just proceeding forward with this mission, right? With this knowledge that you know that you have this, it's like just keep on moving forward so that you could leave this imprint for others to find it. So I feel like this is something that, you know, you do appreciate, but you also take it as a responsibility for you. But I feel like saying to you, Cancer, you are doing a great job at it. Just know this, and it's like acknowledge it. And whoever is following your path, I feel like they are also feeling this love that you're leaving behind. So, Cancer, I'm going to pull more cards for you, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological rooms in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you, and the link is down below. And if not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.